What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Desk of Pens. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. That's fun. I'm glad you got that. So check it out. Today, I have a new video for you today. I have a bit of a historic piece that I'm actually very excited to show you and to kind of compare and contrast. I have kind of a brief caveat to talk about. One second, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. My voice is a little raspy. I've been recording all day. And we are back at it with that H2O, well hydrated and happy. Okay, so here's the situation. I just tried to record this video, and there was one thing where I'm like, I don't think I like that. And so I started to kind of reshoot it. We are going to be using some of the same paper today, but just different refills. And I'll kind of get to that in a minute. But right now, I just want to show you guys what I got for you. And that is an American-made Parker jotter. So I picked this up. This came in a few days ago, like May 6th. So it's the 10th now, so like 4 days. It's Friday. So yeah, I got here Monday, Tuesday? Whenever the 6th was, I kind of forget. I forgot how to count, but oh well. But yeah, so it got in. It felt a little sticky, but I just kind of cleaned it, and now it feels great, and it clicks just phenomenally. So does the French one. And so this right here is actually going to be a bit of a comparison video slash look at the cool American jotter thing. So check it out. These Parker jotters are very nice. I think that the French one is a little more like crisp with the click, but the American one is also pretty crisp, and like a lot of it I think also just kind of depends on the sound. So here's the French, here's the American. And so as you guys know, the French jotters are the ones that you're going to pick up in the store. It is what is being made and sold now. They are now made in France, but jotters have been made all over the world, which I think is just kind of cool. It kind of has a bit of a world heritage. But at first, it was made in the US of A, and so we're going to show you that made in USA, baby. Oh, I got it that time. You have no idea how long it took in the last video. Thank goodness that won't be uploaded. Oh, camera work was so shoddy like 10 minutes ago, but now it actually looks great. So yeah, so just kind of looking. So I just like to say that the jotters in general, aside from maybe a feel and material, like the body itself, as in this kind of long, from this part all the way down, whoop, from this part below the clip all the way down, whoop. If it's in general, there's not a lot of difference. The main difference, I would say, is kind of at the seam, where I think this one is a little off balance, kind of like I think it's a little more tilted this way, and this one doesn't seem to be too off balance in any way. But with that said, that's really subtle, and it's kind of hard to see. But all the main differences are kind of like at the clip and the click. The clip and the click. I'm never gonna stop doing that. Okay, so let's just start. Let's kind of start above the seam line near the clip, I guess. So as you can see, we have the Parker emblems. So here it is on the Parker jotter. That is French. Here it is on the Parker jotter. That is American. And so, it's honestly pretty similar. I think the French one is a little more defined, but, ça va, cool. And I will be speaking in French and English in honor of these two pens. C'est super. And so check it out. It says France, or France, right here. And then over here it says USA, baby. And yeah, and so those are probably two differences right there. I feel like the made in the USA is a little more on center, whereas the French one, and I think this might actually be a new design, because on my old French jotter that looks identical to this one, the only difference is when where it says France, it's a little like off center, kind of like, notice how when it says France, this part of the clip starts to appear. That's because it's kind of located like along this line right here. It's not, center like this, it's more off center like that. And so it's interesting, but a little bit strange, but oh well, right? And so anyway, so going into the clip, which I mean, look, maybe some people like that. Okay, coming back. Going to the clip. As you can see, the American jotter is different. And, you know, it's also like stainless steel. This guy's a gold clip. Oh well, I like my variations. I think they're fun. And then, you know, this sucker right here has a different arrow as well. Both of the arrows look very different. In my opinion, I feel like the USA made clip is a little more clean, even though it has more of these like jaggedy lines and stuff. I feel like it's just a little bit cleaner, whereas the French one, it's more defined, but not. I don't know. I mean, I kind of prefer this look a little bit more, but at the same time, this one won't kill me. So anyway, so yeah, so those are the clips for you. Going into kind of the buttons, sorry, I'm really trying to keep them separate. I don't want to bang these things together. So as you can see, this one seems a little more sort of shaved, and this is a little more rounded, right? So this one kind of is a little bit thicker, and this one's a little bit thinner. But then the real difference, I would say, is up top, because as you can see right here, you have this beautiful Parker logo with that arrow, which I think is just, mwah, it's phenomenal. And then up here, it's kind of just a nice rounded top, which is honestly pretty smooth. You know, like this one, it won't catch your finger, but this one, it kind of has, I don't know, just a really nice, like it physically feels better. Even though this one I think looks better, this one definitely physically feels better. And look, again, they still look great. Now, we've kind of gone through the physical comparisons. I need to remember to keep these things more slanted. I apologize. So we've gone through these physical comparisons, and they've been rather fun. But now we're going to get into some writing. And as you can see here, I pre-recorded this sucker, and I just realized something wasn't going to work. And what was that? What wasn't going to work was the Parker gel refills. So I have two of these, right? And one of them is in a different pen right now. And the reason why they wouldn't work is because when I was writing with them, I felt like one of them was a little, not like dry, not run out, but a little more used or just a little different from the other. And I do, because I know one of them I have more as a reserve, and one of them is getting whittled down a lot. And so knowing that, I was like, okay, this just isn't a fair comparison because we can't really compare them overly well. But I picked up two refills from the same brand within a week of each other. And so this is the Visconti Smart Touch, and I have another one in the French jotter that I will show you. And so look, like I haven't been able to write with the first one as much. Like because the first one is only like 2 weeks old, and because the second one is only like a week old, I think that their ink levels are going to be a lot more fair to each other. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these refills to kind of show you guys the differences in feel between the two jotters. Now, I'd probably say the drawback is this effectively makes both jotters a ballpoint pen. And personally, when it comes to the Parker jotter Quink Flow, I like the gel refills a little more than the ballpoint. So again, while it's kind of replicating the ballpoint refill a little more, I highly recommend the gel. I really do. And so that's the only drawback to it. But yeah, but when you like see these things, right, just know the closest thing that I'm replicating is more of a Quink Flow ballpoint versus the gel, but I'm not endorsing the ballpoint refill because, again, I've written with it, I've had experiences with it, and I just don't like it. And there's a reason I don't really own any. And so anyway, coming back to it, let's get into the Visconti jotters. That would be a trip. Okay, so this is the American jotter. And for the record, I do recommend Visconti refills in your jotters because it's pretty much like a perfected ballpoint pen, I think anyway. So that's the American jotter. Let me keep that in frame. Then here's the French jotter. So very, very smooth stuff. So let me, I got it. Here's what we're gonna do. the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy, the lazy dog. Pop. And then, keep putting that out of frame. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to label that American. Okay. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. French. Okay, so now that we actually have a very fair comparison, I can give you my actual clean-cut, honest thoughts. So, here's what I'm going to say here. I like the American jotter a little bit more, but the reason why is because for some reason, it feels a little more heavy compared to the French jotter. And that could all be in my head, right? Not going to rule that out. But for some reason, for whatever reason, it just feels like the American jotter is a little heavier, and hence, therefore, it gives it more stability. Whereas the French, well, really good with a gel refill. Let me be clear on that, because it'll just glide. It'll just glide. It's like you're writing with a feather. It's great. But, you know, I guess for me in general, I do kind of like heavier heavier refills. I guess I do kind of prefer heavier pens, just on a very like subconscious level even. But yeah, so I think that the jotter the American made jotter would be my go-to between the two. I think that, you know, I think it might be heavier. I could still be wrong, because look at them, right? They are the same size. So I could be just completely off my rocker. It's like, yo, desk, what are you talking about? They're the same materials, blah, 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 blah. But for some reason, like, the writing with the American jotter, like writing that sentence, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, which supposedly the sentence utilizes all 26 letters of the alphabet, which is why I write it so dang much. But yeah, like writing those sentences, it felt like the American jotter was just a little more stable in my hand, whereas the French jotter just felt a little, I don't know, just a little slippery, sort of. But anyway, so yeah, so those are my thoughts on the jotters. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys just want me to make a nice little solo video over this American made jotter, because man, it's something beautiful. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna go like, psh, psh. This is how they flex the pens. Look, they're like, oh, it's so pretty. Anyway, yeah. But let me know if you guys want an American made jotter video, and I can just review that. Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that it'll be fun. I think it'll be great. And yeah, and I hope that you guys have really liked this video. I certainly have enjoyed it. You guys, again, are awesome. It's so fun just vibing with you guys. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Deska Pens, signing off.